I think voting is extremely important, especially for us first-time voters. I know I haven't had a chance to vote yet. I'm 21. I've waited a long time just to be able to vote here, and to be able to do that is just a huge thing. People have fought for a long time to be able to vote, and even though you might not think your individual voice matters, trust me, it does. And even if you don't think it's going to matter for the presidency in particular, just because of where you live, you can vote for so many other different things on your ballot, and it will definitely matter and impact your future.
Hi, my name is Celia Earl, and I am a sophomore journalism student here at Hofstra. Even though I'm a registered Even though I registered as Republican, I decided to vote independent because I felt more confident in my choice than the party that I registered for. And even though you're registered as a certain party, you don't have to vote for that certain party. You can vote for other parties as well. And no one's really going to follow you into the voting booth once it comes time. So really, you can vote for whoever you want. So my advice to first-time voters would be: don't pressure anyone. Don't let anyone pressure you into voting for a certain person. Go with your gut and trust in your decision, because really, it's only your decision to make this country awesome.
My name is Matthew. I'm a junior poli-sci major. I'm a first-time voter this time. Chose to vote for Hillary Clinton because I felt she had the experience necessary to run the country. Voting is really important, especially in this year's election, because it was so divisive. You want to make your voice heard, and kind of every vote does count. You know, as we're looking on the polls, kind of rolling in, one vote makes a huge difference. So, big deal. All right.
I know. Hello, Hofstra community. My name is Keisha, and I'm a graduate student in the health professions area. I'm getting my master's of public health. I thought it was really important for me to go out and vote. I voted earlier. I was really excited to be a part of the process. And just even in this climate, and even if it wasn't such a high-profile climate, it was really important for me to vote. As an African American, I really feel that it was really important because my ancestors that are just recently close to me in the 1950s and 60s really fought for us to be a part of the democratic process. So I thought it was really important. I'd heard some people that weren't going to vote and exercise that right, and they have the right to choose to. But I thought it was really important for me. And if you haven't voted, go out and vote. You've got still got a little bit of time left. Thanks.
Are we good? All right. I'm Marcel Katrell. I'm a senior year political science and economics major and the head of Hofstra Students for Liberty. Although I'm the head of Hofstra Students for Liberty, I actually did not vote the party line for president. I actually voted for Donald Trump to be president of the United States, because I believe that this election is essentially do or die, not only for the right wing in America, but for Western civilization as a whole and its achievements and its virtues. Because at this point, we have a choice now between a candidate who does have his fair share of flaws in terms of his views on free trade, his views on certain social issues, but his alternative is a candidate that is so overtly corrupt, that is so overtly criminal, that displays such an abnormal disregard for rule of law, even by the standards of politicians, that for her to become president would be to reject everything that was ever fought for in the past 250 years. It would be to turn the United States into essentially a third world country where somebody in the president's inner circle can commit multiple felonies, can be known to commit these crimes, can have a body count on her hands, to have people that work for her just disappear mysteriously or die in alleged suicides. And to have that person be president is to turn this country into the kind of country that my parents literally fled from, only for me to now find the same behavior here. So that is why I voted for Donald Trump, and I think that everybody should as well. Certainly in past elections, we've had candidates that were very similar to each other. It was the oligarchy's, after all, a small club, and we're not in it. But Donald Trump, again, for all of his flaws, is not in this club. And that is why I hope that if he does become president, he does everything he can to prosecute Hillary Clinton, to drain the swamp, as he says. All right.
And anybody who's looking with the please come up for a new one. That the Democrats don't really worry about this day right now. And I think that you see the Latino turnout in this day was 18%. Barack Obama's, as they pointed out to me, was 17%. So it's a little bit off, but it's
Hi, my name is Gabriella Johns, and I'm currently a Hofstra sophomore. And I think it's very important to vote just for the simple fact is that we have the right to vote. Not a lot of countries have a right to vote. I personally voted for Hillary. It was my first election, and I was so excited to vote for her. Well, not necessarily excited, but I feel like out of the two candidates, she's the one that I feel like can get the job done. Donald Trump, to me personally, he could be on trial for rape. He has really disrespectful comments, and I don't think that he is able to run our country. And I think that as an African American female, he does not have the best interests for me personally. For the next 4 years, I really hope to see there be a reform in our educational system. The fact that some people, like for me personally, I went to private school and my parents had to pay for good education. It's very sad that students who can't afford private school have a lower education, and our education system needs to be reformed. And I also, which is very disheartening to me, during the debates, both of the candidates did not talk about police brutality. I feel like this is a topic that should be discussed in our government. Innocent men, black men and female, are getting killed every single day. And I think justice needs to be served, and I think it's very important that we stay educated and we make sure that we do vote. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Josh. I'm a journalism student at Hofstra. I think one of the most interesting things about this election cycle has been just the animosity between the candidates involved, and the country has become more about what candidate will do the least damage to the country. And I think it's really important that we start to look back at candidates now as like how they can build our country moving forward. And I think it's really important that we have people involved, and social media has played a really large role in this election. And I really think it's important going forward, as social media plays more of a role, that we are ensuring that we're getting facts out, and that there isn't so much hearsay when it comes to candidates, and that we become more about just learning the facts, understanding the candidates, and how they'll be able to build towards the future. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jessie Saunders. I'm in the class of 2018. I'm a history and poli-sci major. I'm from Pennsylvania, and I'm actually the president of the Hofstra Democrats right now. So this is kind of exciting because it's my first presidential election. I got to actually go home today for some reason because my absentee ballot didn't quite work, but it was really great actually being able to push the button and vote for the first female president, because I think she's definitely going to win. She's the most qualified candidate, and I'm really excited to actually live in a place where I'm happy with the president, like the way I am now. I don't want to go into 2016 or 2017 being scared, and I know with her, I'll be secure and happy, and I'm pumped for it. I'm really happy. I know. I read. Here you go. Have fun.
Put it under.
My name is Stephen Erickson. I'm a senior majoring in political science and history. Today I actually cast a write-in ballot for Speaker of the House Paul Ryan because I felt as if Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, neither of them represented my values. And because I live in the state of New York, which due to the Electoral College, our vote in a presidential election doesn't matter as the swing states do, so I felt good doing it.
My name is Gabrielle Downs, and I voted for Hillary because Trump doesn't like people in my skin tone. But that's okay. And the amount of African Americans in the prison system right now is a problem. The fact that young black Americans are getting locked up for marijuana and the fact that there are heroin users being able to get hospitalized and free needles, it's a problem and it really needs to be stopped.
Hi, my name is Max Kutch, and I'm an economics major. It was my first time voting today, so I was really excited. I had originally planned to vote by absentee ballot, but I actually forgot to do it. As it came towards election day, I was really worried, like, I'm going to drive all the way home. I'm from Connecticut, and it's about an hour and 40-minute drive to where I live. And so this morning, I was still, like, grappling with the thought of do I go or not? But I'm in student government here, and working government, doing that kind of stuff has always been very important to me. So I made the decision to drive all the way up to Connecticut to vote, and I got to tell you, it was really, really incredible. It was a very cool experience participating in the democratic process for the first time. I knew people that were running for local office, and it was very, very neat to fill out my ballot and submit it. It was really a life-changing experience, and I'm so happy that I did decide to vote. And I'm almost happy that I forgot to do my absentee because it was really cool to vote in person. So yeah, that's what I did today.
So you're going to ask me or I have to just speak? Hi, I'm Lakshya. I'm studying MBA in finance. And my take on this election is basically what I think is it's really funny though, that none of the people know whom to vote for. So it's going to be really interesting who comes up and how and what their take on the election. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Pranav and I'm in the Masters of Public Health program. The most interesting thing that I find about this election is just the craziness of it. I mean, the comments from Trump about women, abortion, racism, and I believe this is the most controversial election that I've seen so far. And what I'd like to see the future president do is in terms of dental insurance, the ACA doesn't have any specific provisions related to dental insurance, so I'd like to see that. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Alex. I'm from India. I'm doing my master's in business analytics. The thing about these elections is it has divided the country. It's polarized a lot of people. And after the election, I think the country has to come together as one, no matter what the result is.